Maybe I'm just nostalgic, or maybe it's truly magical. Whoa, when I see that castle, the feeling is truly magical. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe it's truly magic. Maybe I'm just nostalgic. Maybe it's truly magic.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Brooke.
And this is the Disney-Do podcast.
On tonight's episode,
We're going to talk about two things.
well, we're talking about Tarzan tonight. I was hoping you would do like his little scream that he does. Doesn't he do like, oh? Yeah, that's what I was hoping you would do.
Is that Tarzan
I felt
in
like
the
I was
movie, though?
I was
I
trying
guess
to
it's all Tarzan's.
telepathically tell you to do it.
Telepath me?
Yeah, I was trying to telepath you.
Telepath me, girl.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Anyways. So Tarzan.
Tarzan is 20 years old this
It's an old
year.
bitch.
Isn't it crazy that like that movie came out 20 years ago? We were alive to go see it in theaters.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about before in a previous podcast, that's one of my top Disney movies.
Yeah.
I have a lot of nostalgia with that.
Before we even get into all that, let's talk about the new Lion King teaser trailer that was released.
Shortly ago. Within the last couple weeks.
It's a lot of reused footage that we've seen from the other trailers.
Yes.
With one big difference.
A bay difference.
You could say. Nala.
Nala speaks.
Speaks, bitches. And it's not just Nala. You know who plays Nala? But our motherfucking Lord and Savior, Queen Beyonce herself.
Beyonce? We love Beyonce.
Oh, no.
We hate Beyonce and we love Beyonce.
No.
I hate Beyonce and love Beyonce. Brooke loves Beyonce.
Nobody hates Beyonce.
I have a love-hate for Beyonce.
Why?
I love Beyonce's talent. I love her ambition. I love her support of the women of this world. I do not like her overinflated ego that has crept up in the last several years.
She is Beyonce.
And it's gotten to her head. She lost the humbleness.
How dare you speak so ill?
I know. She,
Look,
I'm starting to get a headache now because I think she hears me.
Yeah,
That's how big
now
she's gotten.
never going to be on the podcast, Andrew. You just fucked us
Thank God.
out of a Beyonce interview.
We would have had the worst ratings after that one. Just kidding.
Yeah, right. We would have been so famous for a day.
But Beyonce, though.
Beyonce,
Nala.
you get to hear her. She is Nala, and she's like, Simba,
Her voice is fucking butter.
you have got to come home.
Mama's hungry.
Mama's thirsty. And then you see her drinking from that scene, from that stream in the scene. Yeah, baby. But anyway, you hear Beyonce talk as Nala. I feel like this is the first time we've heard the characters talk. And you don't even hear Simba
No.
or any of that, but you hear Nala. And at the very end,
The very, very end.
you get your first little piece of Seth Rogen and Billy Eichner as Pumbaa and Timon. And first of all, Seth Rogen as Pumbaa is just as magical as I
It's
thought
precious.
it was going to be. It's perfect.
Yes.
It is so perfect. Perfect casting. Billy Eichner, I've been very open about this before. I did not like this casting. Really thought I was going to be annoyed. But in this brief little tiny itty bitty living space of a clip, I thought it was fine. I was totally okay with it. As soon as he started to speak, I was like, oh no. But it was like he wasn't his Parks and Rec character.
Yeah.
So I was totally cool. I was like, all right, I might be okay with this.
I think it'll be good.
We'll see. But so far, so good.
Imagine how much fun him and Seth Rogen would have had filming this and doing the voice acting.
Did they do it together? I would imagine they'd have to be in the
They
room
would have to.
riffing on each other.
Yeah. And they probably had a fucking blast and
It
were
was probably
sassy as
so
hell.
much fun. I hope we get behind the scenes footage.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I would love that.
So anyway, that's your little brief recap of the new trailer for Lion King. Now we are going to dive into Tarzan, which, as we said, is 20 years old. And we're going to do something a little special where we are going to cast the live-action version of Tarzan, should Disney ever choose to do one. I know there's like a million live-action Tarzans,
But they're
it's
not
Disney. So
Let's be
we're going to do the
honest.
Disney version. Okay, guys? Gosh.
All right. So, Tarzan. One of my favorite fucking movies. Love Tarzan.
Did Tarzan, was he your sexual awakening?
Part of it, for sure.
Oh, wow.
Oh, for sure. Had to have been.
I mean,
that was definitely part of it. George of the Jungle was there too at one point. I was like, oh, George,
really?
you little
Brendan
John.
Fraser?
In the 90s? Hell yeah,
I don't know. I just
come
never
through.
Shalom in the home. I just never got into Brendan Fraser, I guess.
I mean, I was never into him, but when you're like, I don't know, 8 or 10.
That's
and
true. I mean, I was like super into Nick Carter back in the day, so I was basic as fuck. I still am. Don't hate.
So your type as a child was guys in loincloths?
It was like naked,
Let's be
mostly
honest.
naked.
It
Men.
was a man with his shirt off and body exposed. It was
also so young. He doesn't know.
warm. Maybe warm. But so in preparation for casting this movie, I had to kind of do some pre-thinking, right?
You had to think about it.
In the sense of, well, what I wanted to decide was, do I want to take the animated version and cast it as if I'm just literally making a live adaptation of that? Or do I want to try to reimagine this with some creativity and a new kind of thought about Tarzan?
We could make this interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
This is a movie you could really change up,
Yes.
and it would still work.
Now, because I frankly did not manage my time well in the last couple weeks, I didn't go route B of reimagining the entire film and casting accordingly.
You went basic.
I went pretty basic, bitch, and, looked at what that cast was, what those characters were in the animated version, and thought to myself, who would best align to fulfilling that in a new live action version, as best I thought for myself, for my own nostalgia.
So what you're saying is you're whitewashing this cast.
Here's what I'm going to say when I started to do my research. It is...
I just thought of a Tarzan, and I can't wait to share it.
I can't wait till we talk about it. As I was doing my casting and looking at the original cast, it was tough because I was like, okay, I want to diversify the cast with this. But frankly, everybody that I thought of would be best for a role wasn't as diverse as I wanted it to be. But it is diverse, but it's also not.
Just stop trying to defend yourself ahead of time. It's just tell us the cast.
It's going to be interesting.
Let's just talk about the cast. Well, first I want to talk about really quick, when this movie was coming out, it was all over the Disney Channel. Do you remember Imagineer that and all that? So it was always behind the scenes stuff, all the cool technology they had to use to get Tarzan to look like he was surfing the trees and stuff. I got so annoyed with that shit. I was I can't wait for this movie to just not be out anymore because I don't want to see these dumb clips ever again. Granted, it was super cool to see at the time. That was awesome. When the movie came out,
Thank you.
I was never I liked it, but I was never that into it. And I still feel that way. It's good, it's fine, but it's not on my top 10 list. It's not something I'll seek out to watch.
Yeah.
Although it did have a bumpin' soundtrack. Phil Collins just crushing that shit.
Gold.
Now, let's get to the good stuff.
Yes.
And let's cast this live action Tarzan.
Okay, so I have a list of some characters. Here's the characters I wrote down.
Okay.
Tarzan, obviously. Turk. Jane. Kerchak, Tantor, Kala, Clayton, and Professor Archimedes. Whatever you say his fucking name.
You wrote Jane, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did not figure out somebody for Tantor, the elephant.
Well, so we would just need... So would there... In the live-action one, would they even give him a voice, or is it just going to be a CGI elephant? Well, I know he had a voice in the movie, but in a live-action version, is it going to be just a CGI elephant? It's just going to look real, with Raja and whatnot?
I hope not.
So you want the
Tantor
animals
had speaking
to speak.
parts, yeah.
Well,
Because they were friends with Tarzan.
Okay.
So, oh, fuck. All right, I just fucked up, I realized. So I didn't cast both child and adult.
Well, it's
That's
kind of
okay.
hard. Like, who are child actors these days? Like, little itty-bitty ones. I don't
YouTube
know.
stars, and I don't want anything to do with them.
Oh, yeah, no.
Fuck your unboxing, little
Fuck
fucks. Okay. So I'm just going to assume they're adults.
that. Okay.
That's where we're going with this.
I'm good with that.
Should I start with Tarzan?
Should we start with the man himself? Or should we ease into it? Whatever you want to do. This is your movie.
I'm going to do it. Fuck it. We'll go with Tarzan.
All right.
Do you have any ideas who I would... If you could guess who I might think.
Who you might think. God, it's going to be someone so basic,
You're
isn't
going to
it?
hate me.
I probably am going to
But
hate you. I know this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are they older or are they younger? And when I say older, I'm like 30s.
Older.
30s?
Yeah.
Is it like a Ryan Gosling type? Is it a Ryan Reynolds?
Mm-mm.
It's not Ryan Reynolds?
Nope.
Wow.
Just because I feel like you've thrown him in as a casting multiple times in the last couple weeks, is it Remy Malek?
Nope.
It's Rami.
It's Jared Leto.
Oh!
Now here's what I'm going to say. Jared Leto, with those eyes, that face, and that long hair, screams the perfect pure Tarzan face. And with the animated Tarzan, what really made me want Jared Leto is Tarzan's character. There's so many moments when he's very up close with Jane, where he's just very up close and very staring and just kind of studying something. And Jared Leto has the perfect bug eyes and like face, I think, for that. And with a little bit of physique conditioning and CGI, he'd make a badass Tarzan. And he's even like the smaller frame.
Physique conditioning.
So I had casted Jared Leto as Tarzan. And if we just take a minute to think about Jared Leto right now and like how he was looking at the Met Gala with that hair.
I feel like what we're learning is that your mom's better at casting these things than you are.
Yeah.
No, basic.
Perfect casting. Tell them what your mom's
Yeah,
suggestion was.
tell him your mom's
Chris Hemsworth.
That's a pretty good one. I'm down with that.
Okay, guys, look. Jared Leto would be a great fucking Tarzan.
He's like, that's like 20 years ago.
He still looks the same. Jared Leto has
His
not
body
aged.
does not look like that. His body ain't looking like that no more.
He is a perfect Tarzan.
He just looks like Kid Rock. He looks like he's straight up
A gorgeous Kid Rock.
like trash.
Because here's what I did not want with Tarzan. For my specific casting. Because obviously my first thought was, and my first Google was like, best bodied actors, right?
Well,
but then I thought about
obviously.
more in Tarzan, it's less about this like of a man. Inside it's like that. But like when I thought about it, I really wanted to be about Tarzan the being and this man in a jungle who has never been exposed to anything outside of that. And Jared Leto is one of those actors who can get very deep into a character and does a very good job of doing kind of like a polarizing character where there's multiple facets to him and that awakening that'll happen. I just think it'd be really good. Now, prior to recording, you had mentioned somebody to me
Yes.
as who it would be, which obviously I was like,
I thought like my first, so I have two that I would cast for Tarzan. Very different, but my first one was Zac Efron. Because
that body.
obviously.
But think about this. If Zac Efron was in this movie through the movie shirtless, what would you remember from Tarzan?
All I want to remember is Zac Efron shirtless.
Exactly.
Oh God.
They couldn't. How much would they have to pay him for that?
Pay him whatever he wants.
Ugh.
Pay him whatever he wants.
Oh, right, Matt, though? That body, that
Oh,
military
yeah, he's
workout
so,
bod.
God damn, he's so beautiful.
Follow Zac Efron on Insta, guys. It's
And he's
a
got
great
those
time.
blue demon eyes. Just like, yeah.
Definitely better than Jared Leto.
No. No. Still no.
My other
Jared Leto's head and face on Zac Efron's body for the movie, amazing.
What about
But who was your other cast?
my other one? And this was going in a totally different direction. Was Michael B. Jordan, because he's also got a wonderful body. He's a good actor. I could totally get down with some Michael B. Jordan as Tarzan. And it's totally switching up kind of story. It's diversifying it, which I think would be awesome. Who says that Tarzan needs to be white? We can change it. And I mean, I just want Michael B. Jordan around me, preferably touching me.
Trying to think what movies he was. Oh, Black Panther.
Black Panther,
didn't see that
Creed.
one. I didn't see that.
Creed 2.
Didn't see it. I didn't see any of these.
He's
movies
in The
he was
Wire.
I literally have not seen a single movie he's been in.
Are you
Wow.
kidding me?
I suck.
Oh, you know who else would be cute? He might be too old now, and he's not even old, but like Henry Cavill. You don't know Henry Cavill?
No.
Superman?
You think I watch fucking Superman? Like
I
don't have
give a
anything better
shit
to do
about
with my
Superman,
damn
but
life?
Henry Cavill is
The fuck
gorgeous.
out. Fucking Superman. I'll give you Superman. Yeah. What a great fucking casting for him. Actually, looking at that, you know who he would be a great...
Gaston. He looks like a Gaston.
He could be more of a Clayton.
He could be.
I could see him as Clayton. He's got that chin. Oh, like that could be a Clayton for sure. Clayton.
He would have been a great
Clayton.
Gaston too.
I just want to see Jared Leto go Clayton with those eyes staring Clayton.
Oh my God! Get off the Jared Leto thing.
He's amazing.
Michael B. Jordan. Zac Efron.
Oof, as a Tarzan though.
Is that Henry Cavill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Suddenly, what Brooke's saying is starting to make some sense, isn't it?
You know what I'd rather him be though? I would really.
He is
I'd rather
fucking
him
hot.
be Clayton.
You know what I
and be a
love?
hot Clayton than a hot.
You know what I
Tarzan.
love about him? So you know how Zac Efron's just like fucking shredded and ripped?
Yes.
Henry Cavill's like got the
Beefy.
thickness.
That's what
Ooh!
Any
I love
day,
it.
I'll take the beefy over the
I love
shredded.
the thickness. Give me the density.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, the shoulders.
Oh, let me be
the
surprised by
thick-ass
your
neck.
strength.
Oh, yes.
Oh, a thick neck.
Oh, the thick ass neck. Oh, God, I love a thick neck. It's
Nothing gets me more jazzed, I think, than a thick neck and good set of
just
shoulders.
shoulders and a thick neck. There's just I can't.
Doesn't it just make you want to like
Yes.
vampire bite them?
It's so nice. All right, let's move on. Who are we casting next? Now that we've decided Henry Cavill, Michael B. Jordan, Zac Efron for Tarzan.
I have Turk next on my list.
Okay, it's going to be a CGI gorilla.
Yeah, but there's voice. That's a very prominent character.
Are we bringing Rosie O'Donnell back?
No.
Is she reprising her
I
role?
have a different choice.
Can we guess again?
If you want. If you just looked, I'll smack you.
No, I didn't look. But I'm
Turk
thinking.
is a girl, right?
Yeah.
Turk is a girl. Are they gorillas?
Yes.
Yeah, they're gorillas.
Okay, yeah. Is there a difference between a gorilla and an ape?
A gorilla is an ape.
Okay. I didn't know if there were two separate things or
Yeah.
not.
I'm gonna say Nicole Byer,
No.
I don't know who that is.
the host of Nailed It.
Turk's
No.
a little gruff, and Nicole's so bubbly.
Just the fact that you said it, I think you'll love my choice.
Is she a comedian?
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
Am I familiar with her?
I hope so.
Is it? I have this comedian in my mind, and it's not.
Say it.
But like, I can't remember her name right now.
Oh. Where's she from? What'd she do?
I don't know. Just say who is it?
It's Leslie Jones.
Oh my God, Leslie Jones. That's perfect.
Leslie
she
Jones.
is perfect.
You know Leslie Jones.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones from SNL.
Yeah.
She is hella funny. And she has such an animated and diverse voice.
She's a really good.
And she's got just, I think, the right amount of humor and grittiness for the role of Turk. And would be funny as shit.
I was thinking Tiffany Haddish.
Also good.
That could be really good too.
I like Leslie Jones better though.
Now,
That's a really good casting.
as I will explain my cast, what's going to be interesting is when I think about all these people actually working together, like Leslie Jones and Jared Leto being like...
He's not gonna vibe with her.
But you never know. It's Jared Leto. He does everything.
Michael B. Jordan could vibe with her.
Yeah, he could.
I bet Henry Cavill could.
I'm sure Zac Efron could.
Jared
Zac
Leto
Efron
could too.
could.
Chris
But
Hemsworth
Zac-
definitely could.
Jared Leto's like a
Jared
low-key
Leto
Has.
is a method actor and is like kind of crazy. Do we really want to bring that into a Disney film?
For Tarzan, yes.
No, this is for children. This isn't
Yeah.
like a random Tarzan film. This is a Disney Tarzan film.
Google what he
That's
did to the
perfect.
people on the set of Suicide
Yeah,
Squad. And
he sent them like used condoms and like dead rats and shit because he method acts. He's just fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So what's he gonna do when he's Tarzan? He's gonna be running around swinging from trees, killing people with spears.
defecating all over the set.
Yeah,
How
like
good was he in
eating-
Suicide Squad?
Terrible. He was
Thank
the worst
you.
part of it.
You.
I thought he was
are
okay.
Wrong.
I thought he was okay. I mean, let's be real here. Margot Robbie is the star of that show.
Very true. And
the
Leslie,
fucking
I'm just
best.
saying, Leslie Jones and Chris Hemsworth have worked together before very well in
They
Ghostbusters.
have.
They've got
He
experience.
is so funny in Ghostbusters.
He's the highlight of Ghostbusters.
He
for
is
me.
the best part of that movie. He's so funny. Also, he looks damn good.
I feel like I'm being ganged up on.
You are.
Gung up on.
That is exactly what's happening.
Get your gunk off me.
Trust me, I'm pretty sure Brooke and I both have the same guess for Jane.
Oh, I've got a guess for Jane.
Who do you think my Jane is?
Are
you
we going right to
basics?
Jane?
Here we go.
That's
Oh,
Anne
do I
Hathaway.
even
On my
need to
list.
say Anne Hathaway?
No, it's not Anne Hathaway.
Oh, you are full shit. Anne Hathaway is written down
I
there. And he's
swear
like,
to God.
I gotta quickly think of someone else.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
It's not Anne
no,
Hathaway.
it's Emily Blunt. She'd be
Actually-
a perfect little Jane.
It's a good one. I'm not in love with it.
Well, I didn't ask you to be in love with it.
I'm not in love with it.
You know, now that we're
I
done making
think-
fun of it, Anne Hathaway would actually be a pretty
She
decent
actually,
Jane.
Anne Hathaway would be good.
Anne
I was
Hathaway
gonna
would
say,
be a tremendous Jane.
I
Emily
also
Blunt I
like
chose because-
Emma Stone for Jane. I think she's cute and fun.
Oh, I shouldn't say what I want to say because that's so rude. She's too mousy for me for that role.
Jane is so mousy. That's like what Jane is.
But like, I think she would overdo it.
Why? Also, Margot Robbie would be a good one.
Who's that?
Harley Quinn. from
I
Suicide Squad?
did look at her.
She would be a good one.
Yes, I did look at her. She's Australian though, and I just don't really want to give them any more credit.
What
than
about
they
Amelia
need.
Clarke? She's Daenerys in Game of Thrones.
Oh, she could be good.
She could be a
Can
cute one.
she be cute and sweet though?
She does. So her hair's not naturally like that platinum blonde. She's a brunette.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she can be. She's in Me Before You, where she's super cute and sweet.
That could be good.
Yeah, I think she
Okay.
could be a good one.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah,
I'm digging this. This is going
Anne
well.
Hathaway is a good one for Jane. You really fucking missed the ball there.
I
You
am
just
trying to
fucking, like-
avoid saying that name for the rest of the year because God forbid.
Well, in Andrew's booking, she's busy filming Hunchback. while
That's
this
true.
one's
She's
casting.
busy being Esmeralda right now. She can't film this.
That's right. She's done everything else. Who do we have next on my list? It's Kerchak.
Who is the male gorilla?
Yes.
Yeah,
The head honcho.
Idris Elba.
Who?
Idris Elba. If you have to fucking look up Idris Elba, I swear to God.
How do you spell the name?
Idris. He's like the sexiest man alive. I love Idris Elba. Oh my God. But he knows Michael B. Jordan. They were in The Wire together. I'm pretty sure his character kills Michael B. Jordan's
He's
character.
good looking.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, he's real handsome.
He is so sexy.
Yes.
I think he should be the next James Bond. So maybe he's busy filming that in this scenario because he fucking should be James
So
Bond.
I could see him. That would be a good Kerchak.
He's got like a deep, like handsome
Yes.
voice. He's the water buffalo in Zootopia. Or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
lion.
yeah.
Is he the water buffalo or is he the lion? He's someone in Zootopia.
Probably water buffalo.
The water buffalo, like police chief.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
that would be good. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
I have an older fellow.
But he's like tough.
He's tough, but he'd had just the right voice for that. And now that you have him casted, I definitely think that's better than the one I came up with. I had James Earl Jones for Kerchak. Just
You mean Mufasa?
Yeah.
No, he's Mufasa.
and he could be Kerchak.
No, because as soon as Kerchak
could-
opened his mouth, I'd be like, Mufasa?
That is true.
The
he
fuck?
just James Earl Jones has such a commanding voice to me.
Oh, he absolutely does.
It's just that like, oh, Like,
but
if he yelled at you,
I couldn't watch
scary.
that and not think Mufasa.
That's a good point.
I just
And
couldn't.
he is resurfacing with the Mufasa,
Yeah.
so we should back off there. Yeah, I'd say yours is the best.
I like Idris Elba. I mean, I'm sure there's so many others.
Matt, are you capturing all this down so we can send this proposal out?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So sweet. Again, I did not get Tantor figured out.
Tantor the elephant. And he's kind of like,
Goofy,
yeah.
quirky.
You know, Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
Very underappreciated comedic timing
Yes.
with Rob Lowe.
Yeah. No,
And
I
Rob
totally
Lowe
could see
can
that.
play like someone who's a little frantic and nervous.
Oh, yeah. No, he would actually be a great Tantor.
I think Rob Lowe could
I like
be
that.
fun.
Yeah.
Especially like put him in with like Leslie Jones
oh, my God.
and everything. They just have so much fun.
No, I love that. Okay. I'm all about it. Okay.
All right, so who's left?
Kala. Mama
Mama.
Gorilla. And again, this is just a voice.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted a sweet,
You need a soothing matriarch.
Susan Sarandon.
Oprah Winfrey.
Ooh.
I was
No,
just saying something to throw you off.
I couldn't do Oprah because I'd hear it and I'd be like, that's Oprah.
Yeah, no, you hear Oprah and you're like, that's Oprah. I like Susan Sarandon. I do.
I like her voice because it's just so soft
Yeah.
and soothing.
Who else is there?
I was Googling like mom actresses.
Meryl Streep.
I did think she would be really
I think
good
Susan
too.
Sarandon's probably better fit for this than Meryl Streep. What about
I thought Julie Andrews, but she's too Julie Andrews.
She won't do it.
No.
She won't do it.
She would be Kala.
What about Barbara Streisand?
She could be cool. Yeah.
I feel like this is one where like there are a lot of options.
Yeah. You just have to like kind of, and that's where it's like, who would bring in the most money?
Yeah. Tom Hanks. That's Kala. Bringing money.
Change his name to Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to murder this last name, but Mary Stenbergen from like Step Brothers and stuff.
Oh.
Oh, an elf?
Is she an elf?
Yeah,
She's
she's
the
an elf.
mom.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Jesus, Matt.
Jesus, man.
Jesus wept after that. Yeah. I would have to hear her like comforting a child.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where Susan Sarandon was the perfect, because what I'm trying to think of the movie she was in. Was it not Stepmom?
Yeah.
That is where I was like, ooh, that when she was that like sweet, loving, overly loving mom, I was like, that's what we need for that.
Yeah.
That's all I had for her. And then Clayton. Did you have somebody for him?
No, Henry Cavill.
That's the villain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had Tom Hardy.
Oh my God! Yes.
He plays bad guys so well.
Oh God.
And he is
He is thick,
Thick.
daddy. Shalom in the home come through. What? He is so sexy. Oh my God. Whew.
Tom Hardy was my pick.
Yeah, I'm totally down with that.
Good.
Oof.
We don't need to change that then.
No, we don't.
Professor. The Professor. Also, what is that Jane's dad? I never
Yeah.
got that for sure, but it's Jane's
Yep.
dad, right? So I had 2 down for him. And one of my choices was just because I love this actor so much and I just want him in that role. The other is my choice of somebody who is a bit more quirky and polarizing. So for my one that I was just like, ooh, I'd love this, is Christopher Walken. Because he plays those types of roles really well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of him in Django, in
Yeah.
his kind of role there, and that kind of
Yeah.
vibe. And then my quirky one was Rowan Atkinson. Atkinson.
Mr. Bean.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah, I like Rowan Atkinson.
Being all like weird and shit.
So let me throw this one out. I think your choices are definitely better than this one, but I feel like this particular actor is starting to hit this weird place in his career where he's playing like weird, eccentric scientist relatives. Jack Black.
But as her dad.
Well, I guess it depends on who we end up casting as Jane. Yeah, if they're the same age, that would be an issue.
Yeah.
But if we went with like an Emma Stone, I could like maybe see Jack Black as Emma Stone's dad.
What about, I mean, you mentioned Django, and I thought of Christoph Waltz. Is that who you're thinking of? And you said Christopher Walken?
Thank you. Yes, you're right. Because you didn't catch it because I even said Django.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I meant. Sorry. I meant Christoph Waltz. I get those two. They're like this.
They're
That being
not.
said, Christopher Walken would be also
names
a
are really
good
similar.
cast.
Yeah, I mean, Christopher Walken is a fine casting. Christoph Waltz is one of my favorite actors of all
Christoph
times.
Waltz is actually who I meant.
I love
Because him and Django as like the dentist or whatever.
Yes.
That character.
I was like
type.
sitting here, I was like, is Christopher Walken in Django?
Thank you for catching that.
I was like, I
Y'all
can't
just let
remember.
me lie to the audience.
I was like, I can't remember if he is, but like I've only seen the movie like once and it's been years, so like maybe I missed him.
Well, because you're like, it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, and I feel like Christopher Walken's in most of those. So like, sure, I'm sure he pops up.
But I was
in
like,
there.
I know Christoph Waltz is in that. He won the Oscar for it.
So good. So good.
He's so great. I love him.
But those were all the people I'd casted.
I feel like we came up with a pretty solid cast. We never decided on a Tarzan.
Jared Leto.
No.
You know what? I want.
Chris Hemsworth.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Let the audience vote.
Yeah, when this episode comes out, write this down.
It's what?
We need to do a Facebook poll of our Tarzans.
Jared Leto, Chris Hemsworth,
Uh-huh.
Michael B. Jordan, Zac Efron.
Yep. And have the people choose.
And Superman.
Well, Henry Cavill, we casted
Well, no,
him.
you get one. My pick is Jared Leto. You get one
we,
pick.
well, I'm sorry that I just have
Who's
a
your
diverse.
one? Who's your one?
Gosh, who do I go with?
Because Jared Leto's my 100%. That's
Well,
who.
your mom's pick was Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
So
And
she
I'll
She doesn't
take
get a
Zac-
vote.
I'll take Zac
She asked for
Efron.
the non-explicit version of the podcast. She doesn't count.
She said Chris Hemsworth.
She said Chris Hemsworth. I'll take Zac Efron. You can have Michael B. Jordan.
They're all there.
All right. Guys, don't fuck this up for me. So tell us what you guys think. That's our casting.
I want to also. What do they think of Anne Hathaway as Jane?
She's actually perfect.
I know she's a good casting.
Oh,
for
her and
it.
Jared Leto would make great babies.
Oh my god.
Little jungle babies.
Blech, blech. I like Amelia Clark too, though. I think that could be fun.
Don't hate.
The only thing I hate right now is your casting choice of Jared Leto. So
One reason why he'd be a terrible Tarzan.
he's too old. He looks like white trash. He's
Ah!
a method actor. I feel like he'd just be psycho on set and to like deal with in general.
Is that not exactly what you'd want for somebody that plays a man who's never been
Not
around
for a
people and
Disney
lives in a
version.
jungle?
For a Disney version, no, that's not what I want. It's not at all.
Horror movie version.
Yeah.
Tarzan, perfect.
If we were doing like a real creepy version of Tarzan, sure, let's bring him in. But not for Disney. Michael B. Jordan might be too damn hot for Disney. I don't know. Zach too.
That's
Chris
why I want Jared
Hemsworth is
Leto.
like just.
I think Zac Efron's done with Disney.
Oh, but let's bring him back.
We're all in this together.
That's all I know from that.
All over me.
Oh. All right, guys.
So, yes. As we said, we'll put the little poll up on the Facebook page. Please tell us your thoughts.
Andrew's begging for you
Why
to
do
vote
I
for
suck
Jared
at
Leto.
casting if that's the case? Or if I'm a genius, please tell me why. I need that to fuel
Please
my ego.
affirm that for me.
That's ever
Well,
crumbling.
So, as you guys sit in your existential crisis about Tarzan already being 20 years old, you can reach us in the following ways.
Head up our website, which is disneydopodcast.com. You can also check us out on our Facebook group, Disneydos. Engage with us on the social media platforms of Twitter and Instagram, the handle being at DisneyDoPodcast. Shoot us an email to Gmail, which is DisneyDoPodcast@gmail.com. Otherwise, you can DM us on one of our private pages if you can find us there. Otherwise, that's all.
Bye.
Bye.
about popcorn
Do you want a
and
hug?
ice cream. I really want ice cream. I'm upset I can't have it. I hate dieting. It's the worst thing that ever happened.
Do you want
to
a hug?
me. No, I don't. I
Are
want
you
ice
sure?
cream. Yeah.
You're listening to the Geekscape Network. You're listening to the Geekscape Network.